Do y'all remember 2021? Cause I don't. Everything's been a blur since 2020, if I'm being real with y'all. But amidst the pandemic, virtual classes, and a literal insurrection, there was a tiny glimmer of hope. A punch of nostalgia, a laid-back bop that united us more than a Zoom breakout room ever could. It flooded the internet, lifted our spirits, and made the world just a little bit more bearable. Olivia Rodrigo, Montero, Swifties who? I'm talking about the mother Backyardigans, or should I say the back in the backyard making bops against. I tried.
No, you didn't.
I really did.
Stop lying.
For those of us old enough to remember dial-up internet, but not old enough to have memorized the phonics song. The Backyardigans was one of our beloved childhood shows, and in the summer of 2021, Marlisha Pierre, the queen herself, reminded us that the show wasn't just colorful, cute, and imaginative, it had them fresh and juicy bops, okay?
Hey y'all, so I was watering my plants, but then I noticed something. That kids born after 2013 do not know about Backyardigans. Like, who the fuck is this other little bald-headed little boy? Look! That's why I'm here to put y'all kids onto the fresh and juicy bops that Uniqua and the gang was making, okay?
Castaways, we are castaways. Oh, yeah! What? We are castaways.
Hey.
And with this one video came a cultural shift, if you will. People finally remembered that Uniqua and them was not playing back in 2005. Thousands of other TikToks, including covers, dances, and remixes soon followed.
On an island at sea, just me and me. Castaways, oh, we are castaways.
It ended up #1 on Spotify's global Viral 50 chart. It was amazing, ridiculous, and kind of beautiful. Now, 3 years later, the viral sensation that was Castaways has become but a drop in the sea. But I have not forgotten. I stay being a Backyardigans fan. I don't know about y'all. Like, I'm glad that a few Backyardigans songs saw the light of day, like Castaways, Into the Thick of It, and International Super Spy. And I'm really glad that the creator got her flowers before she passed earlier this year. But still, it's not enough for me. Do y'all realize that there were 4 songs in every single episode? Did y'all know that every single episode had a completely different genre of music, from salsa to rockabilly to zydeco to Kenyan highlife and stuff that I ain't even heard of, okay? Did y'all know that they had choreo? And most importantly, have y'all listened to a single bop outside of Castaways? Cause there's over 300 to listen to. Yeah. So I'm not about to let y'all sleep in the Backyardigans. Nope, I'm here to get into it. Roll the intro. The Backyardigans was created by the late Janice Burgess and ran for 7 years from 2004 to 2013. It features 5 animal neighbors who go on imaginary adventures in their backyard, spanning all different locations and movie genres. Janice initially planned to be an art historian, but didn't like to be in art circles in high society, mood. So instead, she volunteered at WQED, a PBS member station in her home of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. From there, she worked for Sesame Workshop before she was hired onto Nick Jr. as an executive in 1995. There, she oversaw shows like Blue's Clues and Little Bill before she was given the opportunity to pitch her own project. She pitched an early concept of what would become the Backyardigans, titled Me and My Friends, with the same characters we all grew to know and love. So it needed a little work, but go to work she did, because after the second pilot, the Backyardigans was picked up for a full season. Go ahead, auntie, go ahead. The show is based on the creator's own experiences playing in her childhood backyard in Pittsburgh, all mixed in with her love of music. In a 2004 interview, she stated, "I loved musicals, and my mother would put on a record and use that to get me and my brother to move the sweeper around. You can leap about and pretend to be Fred Astaire or Michael Jackson or whoever your musical idol of the moment is." Her love of music permeates every episode of the Backyardigans. The show features 80 distinct musical genres, and not a single episode had the type of musical style you might think. For instance, in the first episode of the show, Pirate Treasure, she didn't want there to be sea shanties, so instead, we got reggae. And in the Tarzan episode, we got Gilbert and Sullivan operetta, which is how we ended up with This one decision plays a huge role in why I think the music is so brilliant, in my opinion. It forces the composers to think outside the box and come up with something new and creative instead of falling into cliches and tropes. Like, of course you're gonna come up with something original when you're writing 1940s big band swing for the medieval episode.
Be you, look out, be you, watch out, be you, better jump, be you, sure stinky.
Or making a James Brown inspired funk arrangement of Row, Row, Row Your Boat.
Roll your boat, roll your boat, roll your boat, boat, boat.
No notes. Not only that, but Janice made sure to prioritize representation in her show. If it's not clear from the names Tyrone, Tasha, and Uniqua, these are black-ass kids written by a black-ass woman. And she made sure to cast children of color year after year, even as the roles were recast to keep the characters' voices young. In the early 2000s, good representation was hard to come by, and it would have been easy to write these multicolored animals in a colorblind way. But when your character's named Uniqua, and she sings like this,
You know I got a bad bitch, clenched tight in your fist, and I'm brave in the forest of mist. I'm strong.
you can't ignore the facts, baby, okay? Thank you, Janice, for what I'm gonna unofficially call the first black-coded cartoon characters in a preschool show. It's because of Miss Burgess's charm, creativity, and imagination that we got some of the most iconic characters of 2000s television. And though she's gone, her legacy will not be forgotten. Not on my watch. Now, let's get into the meat of the video. Into the thick of it, if you will. The music. Each episode was a musical production. Literally. Lyrics for each episode were written by Mick Paulsmith, who then passed it on to composers Evan Lurie and Doug Weiselman. Mind you, Miss Burgess also had her hand in the pot. As Lurie said in an interview, her ability to cut to the meat of what needed to be done was just astonishing. On top of that, the show wanted to get you up and moving, so once the music was composed, it was sent off to Beth Bogush, who choreographed each episode with her team. Those movements were then sent off to the animators, and God bless them, considering 3D animation was new at the time and the characters are pudgy, short-legged animals. Admittedly, sometimes it doesn't always translate to the final product, but when the choreo hits, it hits.
My mighty super partner is smaller than my shoe.
Now, I already mentioned that there were 4 songs in almost every single episode, but let's do the math. Across 4 seasons and 80 episodes, they wrote 315 songs. I don't think y'all heard me. 315 unique songs. Maybe you don't understand. The average musical has 25 songs. Beyonce has 61 singles in her discography. Michael Jackson has 147. The Beatles have 229. The Backyardigans have more songs than the Beatles. And mind you, these songs had reprises and variations and dialogue intermixed. The All Backyardigans Songs playlist by Jose Lang, the YouTube channel that has a record of every song and reprise featured in an episode, thank you Jose, has 412 videos. Like, I'm not trying to inflate the numbers here, y'all, but if you consider a reprise a unique song, that's 412 songs. That's double Michael Jackson's discography. I'm just saying. The tragedy, though, only 65 of those are on Spotify. Nick Jr. Whoever is sleeping on between, say, 252 and 349 of the craziest bops I have ever heard of in my entire life. Count your days.
The things that you've lied about, even pertaining to your mom.
So, since Nickelodeon won't do it, I'm gonna be the one to put y'all on. Get your Spotify ready and get your YouTube ready to search up these bops. We're going through my favorite songs. Now, this is one song that I never forgot. The genre is disco in this Indiana Jones-esque episode, as all the kids race to find a rock that grants them the power to fly. The 80s synthy disco sound is just incredible, and there's just an infectious energy in this whole episode. Shake Your Body and Trez 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 are also bops in this episode, but this song just has a huge nostalgia factor for me.
Float, flutter, fly.
Honestly, like the last one, I could put the whole episode on the list. Cause that 1920s New Orleans jazz with a haunted mansion episode, whew, they knew what they was doing. But I like this one so much because Tasha ain't had to do him like that. That little white girl ain't had no business singing like that.
Have you shared a midnight snack with the boogeyman?
Ooh, I hear what you're saying, but in spite of all that, I say, what's so scary about that?
From the same episode, I gotta shout out When You're Booing, sung by Mr. Corwin C. Tuggles. Okay, I see you, Corwin, I see you. I love this song because throughout season 1, Tyrone's not the strongest singer. Like, this is not a dig at him. He sounds like a little boy, which is exactly what Janice wanted. She wanted the kids to sound like kids every single season. But whatever Corwin brought to the booth for this song, maybe it's because it was his first solo, maybe it's because it's in his range, maybe it's whatever Coaching did, but this hits different. I am also embarrassed to say that I did not know this song is largely based on the jazz classic When You're Smiling. But look, the fact that I learned about that song through the show is why I love this music so much. I have legitimately been exposed to more genres of music listening to Backyardigans on Spotify than through anywhere else.
Cause when I'm booing, oh when I'm booing, the other girls all laugh at me.
We're in a sea of gobbledygook. No, for real. Something about the wordplay on top of the salsa rhythm, it hits. I love it. Ugh.
It smells and it's gross and it's dark and morose, and I got some on my shoe in the sea of gobbledygook.
This song is just so bright and airy and fun. The energy is just absolutely infectious. Maybe it's also because I don't really think I've listened to Zydeco before. I've never heard of it. I recognize the instruments, but that's about it. But whatever it is, it's just so fun. Aww. This song, y'all. I learned that this genre is called Romani jazz, usually written under the slur for the Romani people that I'm not gonna say, but the instrumentation, the slow pace, the mystery whodunit style, oh, it just slaps.
That fleeting phantom figure in the garden, that villain creeping secretly along, he's making phantom footsteps in the garden.
Oh, and before I show myself dancing like a freak to these bops, here's a few songs where Uniqua simply didn't have to go that hard.
I'm an ace reporter where Aaron is breaking. I show up and find out what's shaking. Can you jump really high? I can jump to the sky. Can you leap really far? I can leap to the stars. Can you bound over lakes? Yeah, I got what it takes. I say that was an yeti sound, and I say yes it was. I say the yeti doesn't even exist, and I say yes it does. Is there something we haven't tried?
And now, here's me losing my mind to some Backyardigans bops.
If you wanna
Be a pirate, get up on your seat. You can't be a pirate if you sit in your seat.
if anything looks familiar. If it does, it means we're near his home. Where in the world do the worms?
What?
There's only one way of knowing. Scientifically searching. Hey Sherman, just what things are those?
His worm and friends. It's drizzling and raining and dripping and raining. We're trying to search and explore. When it snows in our nose and our eyes and our ears, we just laugh 'cause we have no
Fuck is
fears.
happening in this
Trudge on
dimension?
forth through the frozen night. Keep on
Snow going, keep on snow going. We not snow blowing, keep on snow going. Jamia, I just want to talk to you. Jamia Simone Nash, I just want to talk to you. That's all. I just want to talk.
We have to find what made that sound.
Are y'all listening? Is anyone listening? Or are y'all just watching this? Are you listening?
I say that was
Do you have the headphones in?
sound, and I say yes it would.
Okay.
This spiral certainly is coming in handy.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Sneaking, hiding, sneaking, hiding, sneaking, hiding, sneaking around. Hiding, sneaking. I get the urge to float around.
Okay.
With my arms stretched out, I can float all day. And there's a word that I heard a ghost once say, it's boo. I say boo. Oh, boo, 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 yeah, booty.
I hear what you're saying, but in spite of all that, I say, what's so scary about that? What?
Saddle on your pony, fill your pack with baloney. We got a little trip to arrange.
Man, fuck Lil Nas X. Fuck Beyonce. These were the OG with the country. No, the hip hop country.
Ride in the range, ride in the range. Won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight? Cowgirls, cowboys, won't you come out tonight?
Yeah, yeah. And dance by the light of the. What? Bro, they were on point with those remixed nursery rhymes, man. I'm not joking. I wish I was joking, y'all. I wish I was in here lying to y'all. I'm acting more hyped than I am. I'm faking tears. I wish I was in here joking. Well, thank you for this journey. I hope I don't look too ridiculous. I know I look fucking ridiculous. I don't know what else to say. Back to me. Back to OG me. I'm out of breath. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna keep listening to this music. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep listening. I don't know how else to tell y'all. Just go listen to some Backyardigans music. For me. For Janice. For the whole world. I'll link a playlist to some of my favorite songs, which is like most of the songs on Spotify, down below. And I'll also leave a link to Jose's YouTube playlist, which has all of the songs. Now, if y'all have a favorite Backyardigans bop that I didn't mention here, please tell me about it in the comments below. Please. Now, I got 3 more things to let y'all know, okay? 1, I am a baby YouTube channel at the moment, so if you like this video, a thumbs up would mean the world to me. 2, subscribe if you want to hear more rants about your favorite shows. And 3, if you liked this video, maybe you'll like this one where I talk about the flawed representation of black girls in cartoons. Well, that's all I have for y'all today. Stay kind, stay informed, and thanks for listening to me, Infodump. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.
I'm an international
It's stinky and gross, and it's dark and morose, and my skin is turning blue. Hold on. In the sea of gobbly goo.